Hi everybody, this is Anna from The Conquered Why. I hope that you guys are doing really well. It's, what is it today? Thursday? Or otherwise known as the 15th Saturday of the zombie apocalypse. I hope you guys are doing well. So today's class is stretching for athletes. Stretching for athletes is that third component. You can always do your cardio, you can always do your strength training, but that flexibility component becomes that missing piece. And I had a great conversation yesterday with a client of mine, and we discussed the importance of balance and why proportional balance between your active work and your recovery work is just as important. So when you think about it, when you're moving more and you're exercising more and your activity level is increasing, you should also be proportionally increasing your recovery techniques. That's why this is so important. So as you find yourself with abundant free time, you should also be focusing on how to prevent injury and recover so that way you can be coming back stronger and better the next time. We all know that stretching and flexibility is important to us, but this is really why, that physiology behind it. A wise coach once told me, stress plus rest equals adaptation. So when you stress your body, that's your working out, that's your running, that's your lifting, that's your biking, your swimming, your walking, whatever that might be. Then you add proper rest and recovery. Then your body can adapt and absorb that work that you've done. So, stretching for athletes, we're going to work on those tight muscle groups for us that are really typical in the athletic world. So we focus a lot on shoulders, neck, chest, and then we're also going to focus on the hips, the legs, the hamstrings, and the glutes. And also some calf work as well. So for those runners, jumpers, all of that out there. All right, Suki, good luck. I hope that you're here. Try opening Join Live Feed. But if nothing else fails, you can always watch this again later. All right, who is ready to get started? So come on up. And I want you to sit. Bring the soles of the feet together, sit up straight. Your knees are gonna come apart. I want you to sit back on your sits bones and relax. We're gonna rock back and forth, rock back and forth. And I want you to really kind of take inventory of what it is that's going on in your body. So really think about that. Close the eyes, roll the shoulders, and we're gonna start with the head and neck area. Roll, and roll. So really start thinking about your body and your own individual tight muscle groups. We all know exactly what that is. Oh, I miss you too. Mwah. You guys are awesome. So bringing it right back in. So I want you to bring your right ear to your right shoulder, so my left, and you're gonna drive that ear down. So we did this stretch last time that I did this class, but now we're gonna bring it a step further. So you're gonna take your opposite hand and reach behind, and you can either press into the small of your back or down on the floor. It doesn't matter, but press. And you're gonna drop this ear right down. Now, taking this hand, place it on the side of your head. You're not pulling, but place. And you're gonna push into your hand while pressing into the floor or the small of your back. Take a big deep breath in, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Doggies, hi! Come on, come little doggies. Come. Come on. Sorry, we had visitors. So, when in doubt, always invite the love in, right? So, now we're gonna do the other side. So, other ear to other shoulder. And this time, taking a step further, bring that hand behind and press into the small of the back or hand down low. Right here. And then take this hand, place it on the side of the head, and you're gonna push into. So you're not pulling on the neck at all, but you're pressing in and relax. So big deep breath in, exhale down, inhale in, and exhale down. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. Good, and relax. Good, so now from this position, I want you to look all the way to the side and all the way to the other side. We're gonna do this a few times. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now say yes, up, chin all the way up, all the way down. And so we said yes, we said no, and now we say, I don't know. And the other direction. Good. So now from here, roll the shoulders back, really inhale, exhale, get comfortable on your sits bones. Again, you're letting the knees fall apart. This is important for later on. So shoulders back, good, and shoulders forward, shoulders forward, good. Now from this position, inhale, exhale, you're going to bring your chest forward towards the heels, walking your feet and hands closer together, and breathe in, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. One more time, inhale up, exhale, and slowly roll up. Now we're going to try that one more time and see if you can find a little bit of a deeper stretch. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. Think about really compressing through your core. So inhale, exhale, walking the hands forward, chest to the heels. With each exhale, come a little bit farther forward into the stretch. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Good. Come on up. Beautiful. Nice work. Now, we're going to start a little rotation of the spine. So, bringing your right, my left, across the body. This hand supporting the back. Sit up as straight as possible and rotate, looking around and looking behind that shoulder. Good. And the other side. So other hand comes across, bring that hand behind, inhale, look straight behind. Make sure that spine is perfectly straight as possible. Good, and come on center. Excellent, so now we're gonna get right into the hamstrings. Hamstrings are one of the tightest muscle groups, and in particular, men have really tight hamstrings because of the structure of the pelvis. Gentlemen, guys, you have narrower hips. You don't have to do anything with those hips other than run real fast. So the narrow hips actually forces the load of the body through the back side, and that's why the hamstrings tend to take a lot of load. So hamstrings tend to be much tighter, but again, it's all individualized. So you know your body's tight muscle groups, and very commonly speaking, hamstrings are by far the tightest. So we're going to start with one foot. So you're going to rotate externally this hip. And I want you to turn your shoulders directly towards your toe. Pull up on the toe. So think about pulling from the toes towards you. This is going to get you an extension through that hamstring. From the chest to the upper thigh, relaxing the quad. The tendency is to tighten the quad, but I just want you to pull up on the toes while relaxing the quad. So try to really focus on that. Pull up on the toes, but relax the quad. Shoulders squared off and hinge forward from the hip. So think about pulling the glutes behind you, chest to the upper thigh. Breathe. Ooh. Woo. So it's not about rounding and rolling. You guys, I don't care if you can touch your toes or not. It has anything to do with touching the toes. What I want is that your shoulders are down and away and your chest comes towards the upper thigh. So walking that forward. Now, extend the arms, keeping that spine straight. You can reach your toes. If not, it's not that big a deal. They'll be there. Inhale, exhale. Now, you ready for something a little bit more interesting? Bring both hands to the outside. Inhale, exhale. That's going to get you more hamstring. So sit here. Don't forget to keep pulling up on the toes. Inhale, exhale. Good. Come on up. Oh my gosh, that felt really strong. Yes? So now we're going to open through. So same leg, same hand. So I'm on my left side, but if I'm mirroring you, it's your right. So you're going to bring that hand to the inside of the foot. Open and lean over. If it's comfortable for you, look in towards the crook of the arm. Nice. Now, breathe into that one. Let's try that a few times. Let's do 4 repetitions. Lean up. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Awesome. How does that feel, guys? I hope you guys are feeling good. This is really important stretch. Kind of open through the side, of the body. Get that hamstring loosened up. So now we're going to do the other side. So externally rotate this hip. Sit up nice and straight. And think about bringing your chest towards your upper thigh. I don't care if you reach for the toes or not. It's not the point. The point is to get your hip behind you. Pull the toes with relaxing the quadricep and hinge forward. Oh. Woo! You might notice that one side is a little tighter than the other. Holy moly. Yikes. And that's okay. You need it. So pull that toe towards you, relax the quad, and hinge forward, chest towards the upper thigh. Ooh. Don't worry about reaching for the toes because it's more important to keep your spine down and flat. But if you're feeling it, bring both hands to the outside of the leg and lean. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. Woo. For me, it's my evil right side. This is the very tight hamstring for me. Holy moly. So just being aware of what's going on in your body, because every person's body moves a little differently. So knowing this about you, whether it's your right side or your left side, if it's your hamstrings or your quads, just being aware of yourself, that's half the battle. And then being able to perform quality stretches that help address those tightness spots is really going to be where your best bet is moving forward. Oh, all right, one more big breath in. Exhale. Woo! Yikes. Good, and come on up. Oh, that felt really awesome. So now I would like to work through the front of the body. So hands come behind. Either interlock the fingers behind you or placing your hands on the ground. Both are fine. But I want you to sit back on your sits bones. All right, let's see who's here. Hi, you guys. Alice, ready to snap, crackle, pop. Yes. Good job. Okay, if you guys have questions or at the end of this class you want to find something that is that you're missing, just let me know, please. But in the meantime, here we go. Reach behind. And I want you to sit back on your sits bones, okay? So sit back, and roll the shoulders down and away. And lift the chest, lift the chin. Roll back, lift the chest, lift the chin. Take inventory. So the whole idea is to stretch through the front. So it looks like from the back is roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the chin. Take big deep breaths in here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. 2 more breaths, just like that. Inhale up. Exhale. Now, are you ready to make this interesting? I hope. So as you inhale, exhale, pull apart at the fingertips without letting your fingertips go. And we're gonna hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, exhale. Think about keeping your head and neck in solid alignment. Inhale, exhale. Good, and up. Relax and release the shoulders. Now, take some inventory. Whew, how does that feel? I hope that you guys were able to expand through the chest and through the shoulders. One of the greatest things that we do as a human people is we spend our time in this plane. We're constantly on our laptops, we're constantly reading, we're constantly here in this sphere. So the idea is to stretch and open. So the more that you can open through the chest, open the heart center, open the lungs most importantly, that's something that's really, really helpful to continue to be aware of over time. The more lung expansion you get, the more oxygen that goes to your body, the more oxygen is able to be utilized by your muscles, and therefore the better your performance. There's long history of academic and medical journals that will absolutely support the fact that the better your body can utilize oxygen, the better you perform. Fun fact for you. All right, so now we're gonna get back into the hamstrings. We're bringing into one more high intensity stretch. This is a basic standard forward fold, but it's not easy. So I'm gonna back up so you can see what's going on. So you're gonna pull up on your toes and relax your quads as much as you can. Actually give them a shake, right? So shake out the quads to make sure that they are relaxed and jiggly. So pull the toes, but keep the quads relaxed. And then shoulders down and away. And I want you to inhale, arms straight overhead, shoulders down, and exhale, forward fold. Now, I don't care if you touch your toes or not. It's not about touching the toes. It's about getting that pull through the back of your legs. So if you can isolate that feeling by tucking your hips behind you, bringing your chest towards your upper thigh, and pulling the toes while relaxing the quads. That's what it's all about. Some people feel this go all the way, pull into their calves and into the bottoms of your feet. Woo! Some people pull right behind the knees. Some people are pulling right from that insertion point in the glute. It's all individual. Just take note of it. And then inhale up one more time. Inhale, exhale, shoulders down. See if you can get a little bit more range of motion this time. And we're gonna hold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
3 months inhale.
Good. Relax. Oh! All right, I'm gonna check in with you guys, see how this feels. All right, do you guys have any questions for me? Let me know, please. Pop in. I can see everything here. What time is it? That's what I need to know. It is. We got plenty of time. Perfect. So we're gonna work in through, let's work in through the quads. I wanna do a really good quad stretch with you guys. So I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. You're gonna lay on your side, okay? So we're gonna lay on the side, and I want you to think about pushing your hips forward so you create a nice straight line. Think about ears, shoulders, hips, knees, okay? Really beautiful straight. So you're gonna reach behind for your top leg. And I want you to lay down. I don't mind if you do the at the beach thing or straight flat with your upper head, whatever works. But what I want you to think about is where your knees are in relationship to your hips, okay? So bring this back. This is hard for me to here we go. All right. So knees are in relationship to the hips. And you're gonna reach behind, try to bring that heel in a little closer towards the glutes. And we're gonna bring this behind you, then pull. Good. How does that feel, guys? I hope this is working for you. So again, I want you to get comfortable with how this is for you. It all matters on your body. So whatever you're doing, and if your quads are historically really tight, take the time here to breathe into it and to feel that stretch work for you. So you're on your left side, taking your right heel in, and now we're gonna add to this. So are you ready to make it more interesting? Here we are. So from this position, stretching through, we're gonna add kicks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Hopefully that felt pretty good, yeah? We'll see how that goes. So now we're gonna try the other side. So flip over. Now again, I don't mind if you are here or if you're here, whatever works best for you. But you're gonna reach behind, grab that leg, and pull that heel in. So again, thinking about where your knees are in relationship to your hips. Good. All right, ready to make this more interesting? You're gonna do 10 behind you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Oh, whew. That was great, you guys. Well done. I hope that felt really good. So now we're going to increase this by adding an internal rotation. So your hips will rotate inward. So what does that mean? So rotational inward is when your femur rotates inward. So if you are a pigeon-toed human, that is very common to have that rotation. So we're going to actually learn how to stretch your body in this exact way. So I'm going to have you lean back all the way, and your legs are going to come out nice and wide. And we're going to start all together on the right leg, so that way we can all do this in the right form. So you're going to lean back, legs are wide, drop the right leg in towards the center. So that's that internal rotation. And the goal is to get that knee down towards the ground. You're going to take your left heel and let it rest on the knee. And give yourself just a little bit more of that added passive range. And you might feel this pull through the pocket. You might feel this pull through the quadricep. You might feel this pull actually in that low back area. It's not bad. If it hurts, like a bad pain, don't do it. But hopefully you feel this stretching out some things that are kind of new. You're working through that iliopsoas, and what that means is that you have really tight hip flexors. If you're feeling it in your back, we got some tight hip flexors, people. So again, what that looks like from the beginning, legs are wide, right knee down towards the center, left heel comes on top, and bringing it down. You feel that stretch all through the hip, all through the low back perhaps, and through the quad. All right, couple of big breaths here. Inhale up, exhale down. Again, inhale up, exhale down, and release. Oh, all right, other side. Now this leg, wide, bring it down. And take your right heel. Bring it down. Now, if you're feeling a pull in your lower back, that's those hip flexors that are talking to you. Good, one more time. Now, if you wish, bring that heel up closer to you to get more of that quadricep stretch in. Drop that knee down. And bring your right heel up and over. All right, couple of deep breaths here. Inhale, exhale. Feel that all down the front of the body. Good. Oh, release. Woo. That should feel pretty darn good all through the quads. So now we're going to get into that lower back region. So you're going to bring yourself down, and knees are up and flop towards, and you're going to look away. Keep that palm down and flat behind you, looking away. And if it calls to you, you can extend that top leg out. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now we're going to go the other way. Up, flop away, and look. Oh. And if it calls to you, you can extend that top leg.
You and me were meant to be walking free.
Feel that through that lower back area and through the glutes. Good. And bring the knees in towards the chest. And we're going to use the mat. So you're going to draw circles. I want you to press your body into the mat. Let the mat press into your body. Drawing circles right around that sacrum. Oh. And the other direction. Good, in the other direction. All right, so now we're gonna get that external rotation. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. And if you can, go ahead and reach or reach here. You're also welcome to grab the inside of the feet, however that is, like happy baby for you people. So, bringing your heels in towards the groin. Good. So hold that stretch for a few seconds. Big breath in, exhale down. So I want you to hold that nice open hip, happy baby. Anything that can increase that blood flow to the inside groin to get those hamstrings, quadriceps, adductors, and abductors. That's a really important stretch. Now, last week we did what was called a pigeon pose, and because we're still on our backs, we're gonna add that same pose, but this time upside down. So this is called a figure four for those of you that are familiar. So from your back, you're gonna cross one leg over. Now, before we get too excited, you're gonna give yourself a little tension and pushing the inside of the leg and resist it. So you're gonna resist in, press away. Good. And now I want you to grab the knee and resist out. Woo! Good. Then pick up that leg, reach, thread through, pull behind. You can either get that added hamstring if you want or not. It's up to you. Now, for that mobility aspect, tap and reach. Go for 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Woo! All right, take inventory. See how that feels. Right side to the left side. Maybe a little bit of a difference. Maybe not. But I want you to think about how that feels and slight variation from the right side to the left side. I am getting warm. Means we're doing something work, right? Do some work. So now we're going to do the other side. So I'm on back and you're going to cross the other leg over. Before you get excited, pushing into that leg and resisting. So I'm going to resist in and push away. A couple of breaths. Good. And now you're going to reach around the knee and pull away from you. Good. And then lifting up, reach, thread through, relax. Get that stretch in. If you wish for more hamstring, go for the hamstring stretch in addition. But it's up to you. You decide what feels best. Good. And now we're going to go into that mobility. So tap and lift. We're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice job. All right. Hopefully that felt okay, yeah? Hopefully you guys are all right with that one. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on the calves. The calves are super important. Why? Why do we care about calves? How many of you have ever run and you have calves that just talk to you all the time, or jump, or play tennis, or walk, or take the stairs, right? So calves are important because they help flex the ankle, and any of us that walk around occasionally need them. So how do you stretch the calves? This is the most basic way, but it's, again, not easy. Basic doesn't mean easy. So, you didn't think you were going to get away without any core work, did ya? So, hands down, up into your plank, and I want you to push into your heels. This is the only time that an air butt is okay. So stick your butt in the air and drive your heels down. Walk through your heels. Walk, 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 walk. Good. Pick your favorite leg. Sit back and hang here. Drive that heel down. Now bend the knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side. All right. Bend the knee. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, I got a little crack there. That was awesome. Excellent job. So last but not least, forearm stretches. How many of you guys, for our athletes that have a grip or a ball and stick, right? So any of you that have baseball bats, lacrosse sticks, tennis rackets, golf swings, right? The wrist placement becomes really important. And the wrists are simply the ankles of the upper body. So we tend to forget how important our hands are when we do our things, but any of us that have ever had a hand injury and they realize how bloody important it is. So you're gonna turn your palms over, fingertips towards your body, and you're gonna push your palms down to the ground. Now, be very careful about what you do with your elbows. Make sure that you're not locked out and your shoulders aren't up here. So turn the palms over. I'm so glad, Tracy. Thanks for all the details. Anytime. I am a firm believer, if you don't know why it matters, you're never gonna do it. So if you find a good reason about why it matters to you and why you should care, then you're much more likely to follow through, be consistent, and find it valuable. So, all right, so here we are. Hands are down, your palms are flat. If they're comfortable flat, keeping the elbows soft, then I want you to sit back. Keep your palms flat. This is a high intensity stretch, people. High intensity, but well worth it. Especially if you play golf or hockey or tennis or lacrosse or racquetball or pickleball, I don't know. How many of you open a doorknob occasionally or get in your car? Tie your shoelaces. Things that are important. Good. Come on up and shake out the hands. Woo! So that should feel really good. What time is it, by the way? I want to see this. It is 11:40. So, or the play the ukulele. Or, excuse me, to quote Dave Matthews, the ukulele. No offense to those that come from the land of the ukulele, otherwise known to us crazy Westerners as the ukulele. It's a ukulele. So, a little play for you. Brilliant, but yes. So wrist and finger stretches become really important for that. So this is the point in time where I will take any suggestions. We have a couple of minutes left, and I want to be able to make sure that I get those nice stretches for you guys for a particular muscle group that I have not touched on yet. We did neck, shoulders, we did chest, we did lower back, we did hip flexors, internal, external rotations, we did quadriceps, and we did a ton of hamstring work, and we just finished up with calves. So if there's something that I've missed specifically for you guys that you want me to address, please comment below. I think it's really an important thing to do. So make this kind of yours. And this is live, so if it doesn't work out, I'm sorry. But it's all fun and games. And as long as you guys are really taking the time to stretch proportionally to the amount of input that you're putting into your body. So think about your week. How many hours a week are you putting in? What type of intensity are those hours? And then I think about stretching in proportion to that. Super, super important. So the more intense you are, the more volume you have, the more proportional your rest and recovery should be to help you absorb and help you adapt as an athlete. Lateral lunges. Girl. Okay. You asked for it. So, one of my favorite stretches for the inside of the thigh. So I want you to take a nice wide stance. So super, super, super wide. Okay. And I want you to turn this right foot out. Okay. sit back. So sit back in that heel, open, and hinge forward. That is going to stretch through the inside thigh. I'm not a huge fan of this lateral lunge, stretching the inside, only because it puts a lot of pressure here on the outside. It's not super comfortable. But if you find that that works for you, then by all means do it. But for me, what works well, and something that I will share with you, is if you turn this foot, so from here, turn this foot out, sit back, and hinge forward, really working the inside. Then out you go. So again, use a block, come down to the ground. If you can maintain spinal alignment, which is critical, right? Breathing into it, open. So this is also otherwise known as a triangle for you yogis out there, or if you're my world, this is just like F all Painville. So reach out and over. Oh my God. Woo. Good. Nice. Bend the knee. And let's try the other side. So nice wide stretch in the legs. Turn this leg out. External rotation, stretching the inside of the thigh. Sit back, right, lean out. Come forward. So whatever works for you. I want to come down a little bit more. So again, my tendency is to do this. Learning about your own body, keeping your spine in good alignment. Reach and stretch. Good. So breathe into it, inhale up, exhale down. Oh my gosh, come on up. Bend, turn, walk those legs in. Woo! That was excellent. Nice job. Great suggestion, Megan. I really appreciate that. That's really, really good. So one of the things that I want you to think about, again, in knowing your own self, is what muscle groups are tight on you, and then finding those stretches that work well for you as an individual, and knowing that there's more than one way to do the stretches. Keeping your spinal alignment, keeping your body in really strong, solid position, core engagement throughout the entire thing. And then also the message of today is proportionality, right? So the more volume you're increasing your weekly activity by, or intensity that you're increasing your weekly intensity by. And also making sure that you're stretching and your flexibility components, your recovery is matching that. So as your volume and intensity comes up, so too should your flexibility and recovery techniques also match that. All right, you guys. Well, it's been another fantastic afternoon for the YMCA and for me and for you. And in case I haven't said it enough, I miss you all very much and I love you guys. Each individually, it's amazing what we're doing in this really tough time. And I feel connected to you. I hope you feel connected to us. And this is just the new norm. And so while we all struggle through the COVID-19 zombie apocalypse and we all struggle to find what our new norm looks like, know that I adore you all and am finding you guys to be my saving grace in addition. So much love to you guys. Stay strong, stay well, all of those things. Thank you. Much love. Mwah. Cheers.